What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chinaza. Welcome back to my channel, Re-Education Project. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best content strategy for 2019. So, content creation can be freaking frustrating. I know it's hard to think of new ideas. I know it's hard to just create content in general. So, I'm going to try to help you alleviate that situation by sharing a strategy I actually learned from Sunny Lenarduzzi, who is a YouTuber, and she has built her brand, her business primarily on YouTube, right? And so the first thing you want to ask yourself is, where do you thrive? So think about what comes easy to you in terms of content creation. Are you a type of person that's really comfortable in front of the camera and you just like talking to people? Then video is definitely your thing. If you're the type of person who is a writer, right, then blogging could be your thing. If you're a person that, can be a good host, um, you don't necessarily like being on video per se, but you like having conversations and interviewing people, then podcasting could be a thing for you. And if you're really into photos, you like the selfie king and queen, Instagram may be the platform for you. So definitely play to your strengths when it comes to content creation, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're dreading creating content because you're doing what everyone else is doing, but it doesn't play to your strengths. So definitely play to your strengths when thinking about content creation. So, like I mentioned, there are different mediums that you can create content, right? There is the written word, right? So writing out text. There's video, there's audio, and there's images. So those are the four major mediums that people create content. And there are particular platforms, social media platforms, that play to those mediums. So definitely choose the one that best suits and fits you. All right. And when creating content, think of creating pillar content. So this is going to be essentially the hub where you're driving the most traffic to when you're creating content, right? And then all the other social media platforms are secondary content hubs. So if you're definitely into video, YouTube would be the best content hub for you, your pillar hub that you want to think of, that you want to use, right? So Sunny Lenarduzzi basically breaks it down like this, all right? So there are two different buckets that I'm going to touch upon when creating content. So the first one deals with repurposing and repackaging. So repurposing is essentially using one piece of content and spreading that over multiple social media platforms. So if you create a video for YouTube, right, and you can use that video and trim it so that it becomes a teaser for Instagram. You can maybe take a picture or a screenshot of a piece of the video and add that to Instagram as well. You can also take that picture and use it on Twitter and write a tweet about it. And you can constantly reuse the same content in many different ways. And one of the things that you want to do is definitely spread out when you actually put out that piece of content. So you definitely want to start with your pillar content hub first. And then maybe a week or so after, you can post to Instagram, post to Facebook, post to Twitter, post to Snapchat. But you want that first week to solely be focused on your pillar content hub. And then all the other ones can follow suit. Maybe you can do it the following week and few days separating each of those different platforms when you post it. And there's repackaging, right? So you can have the same piece of content and package it in a different way by highlighting different aspects of that piece of content. so that you're not necessarily trying to think of fresh new content each and every time you try to put out content. And you have a lot of content on deck, but you still have room to be able to, excuse me, you still have room to be able to create new content. But if all else fails, you still have content to fall back on. So that's something really important that I want you to consider. So the next thing is batching your content. So what is batching? Batching is essentially when you create maybe days or weeks of content at one time. Why? Because it helps you stay consistent. We all have 24 hours in the day, but sometimes we don't have enough time, right, to create this new content each and every day or each and every time we're scheduled to do so. So it's good to just have content ready to go so that you can still remain consistent on your putting out your content. Because the worst thing is when you're not consistent and you're losing your audience because you're not showing up for them. And your audience is definitely relying on you to show up the time that you say you're going to show up and put out content because they're waiting to hear from you, believe it or not. If you don't know, now you know, all right? And secondly, but definitely not the least, is your community. So whether you're starting out, you may have a few subscribers, a few people that are your ride or dies, right? Or you're seasoned and you may have hundreds or thousands of people following you. Your community is going to give you feedback on what they vibe with and what they jive with. And so you definitely want to repurpose and repackage those things that get the most community interaction. And also, when paying attention to the community, you figure out sub pieces of content that relate to the major piece of content that you created, and you're going to be able to get more engagement with your content. All right. So it's really important to listen to your community and get their feedback as well. And that'll definitely help you create valuable content. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this is meaningful to you. I hope this helps you in terms of your content creation. I'm gonna be doing more videos about content creation because I freaking love it. I love it, so I'm gonna do more videos about it. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Put out new videos every Friday, and thank you so much for watching, and take care. Peace.